Hello, and welcome to the YouTube channel called Bezel Zoos. Notice, I didn't say I am Bezel Zoos, because I might not be. I am a hand. It's up for you. It's up for you to decide whether or not I'm Bezel Zoos. Now, let's just talk for a little while. Actually, only is 16 minutes count as a little while? That's a question. I ask questions a lot. Because what else are you going to do? How else do you figure out all the things about this world? You ask questions, of course. Can't do much else but ask questions. Speaking of this world, if you think about it, if you really think about it, all of us, whether it be hands or people, like Bezel Zoos, which I might not be, we're all brothers and sisters and brothers. And none of us are really that different when it comes to the fundamental truths of our existence. And wouldn't those be the most important things? The fundamental truths, the foundation of everything. Because if there's no foundation, if you're strong on a foundation, everything else collapses, falls away, turns to dust. So that's strong foundation. Foundation, brickwork, the cement and rebar down underneath the ground. Not here though, that's illegal here because of earthquakes. But that's the important part. That's what keeps it all standing. So, aren't we all just brothers and sisters that aren't the same at all in any important way? Well, that are the same as all as each other in important ways. Every important way, the only important way, isn't that it? That none of us are different. And that we only seem to be because of the superficial little things, the thousands of them, millions of superficial little things that make up our everyday life. That's because, well, we seem different, but in truth, we are not different, brothers and sisters. Anyways, let's talk about a book I read recently. Ender's Game by Orson Scott Card. I actually have it right here. And as you can see, this is not Ender's Game. This is Beastars. It's also pretty on two hands, which imagine that. It's a discovery. It's also pretty good, but we're not here to talk about that. I actually don't have the book anymore because I returned it today to the local library. First of all, let's start the offer. The basic fundamental truth. Ender's Game wouldn't exist without Orson Scott Card, the guy behind it. He sucks. He's a Mormon, first of all. It's already a bad thing. That was a joke. Mormons are fine. When they're grilled, hot, no. That doesn't make him necessarily bad. What makes him bad is his political beliefs. Beefs. That it could also be bad. I don't know. I haven't asked him. But Orson Scott Card's political beliefs are of extreme homophobia, bigotry, all that political beef. Ha ha ha. Yeah, he's not a very good person. He's actively participated in politics to try to take rights away from homosexual folks, all that kind of stuff. He believes that homosexuality, the entire concept of it, comes solely out of parental and child abuse and all that kind of stuff. So the offer's not that good. I'd give him a 0 out of 10. Not that good. 0 right there. The book though, the writing's also bad. Writing's I don't think is very good, but it got the message across. It got the story across, and isn't that what's really important? The story, phenomenal. It tore me apart. The story, my two hands, tore them apart, bleeding. My fingernails were gone. They came back though. See, it was great. Ender's Game. It's set in the distant future, like the late 2000s. An alien species called the Buggers. There's a better name in the movie adaptation, but I don't remember. I just remember the Buggers came attack. We managed to drive them off, and Ender's Game follows the government's program to try to create that one elite commander who can lead the fleet against the Bugger homeworlds. They take children. They put monitors in them to watch them grow up. Spoilers from here on out, in case you're interested in reading Ender's Game, which I do recommend it, but don't buy it. Don't give Orson Scott Card any money in his little grubby, ungrilled Mormon fingers. That's also a joke, for the record. But don't buy it. Do not buy it. Don't support him. Don't even let him know you read it, okay? Because he's really persistent. He'll ask you if you read it. Just tell him no. Tell him to go away. Anyways, yeah, but he goes through this battle school, which runs like games and stuff. They give you a small army, they run through games and stuff, and this is so unfair and Ender. They isolate him, they put him through bullcrap things. You see, like, he gets his own army at like 8, and you're supposed, no, like 10. You're supposed to get it at like 13 or 12 or even 16. It was a massive age gap. But he gets it, and they usually give you 3 months to train up your army, get used to them, and then they start putting you in battles. 2 weeks pass, Ender is scheduled for a battle. And that entire week, every single day, there's a battle. The final day, he goes up against 2 armies. That's 40 against 80. It's 8 right there. It's insane. And now, shortly after that, he's transferred to command school. And he starts going through simulations of actual ships and stuff, what he believes to be simulations. However, in the end, final battle against what seems to be an impossible battle, a tiny little fleet against a planet and a massive other fleet, and it was a bunch of adults, people in suits, military officials watching him, and like he goes against the norm. He like has his soldiers go through the fleet, weave through, go into the planet, and blow it up, and everyone starts cheering. He's like, what the hell's going on? I thought I was going to get punished for this. It turns out he actually just won the war without knowing it. And he just slaughtered billions, maybe even trillions of members of another species. He feels horrible about it. After the Bugger threats deal with, humanity starts colonizing, and he realizes that the Buggers found a way to communicate him and left behind a queen larvae for him to fix and restore. I always love stuff like that. Forgiveness is very powerful. Nothing affects me quite like that. I do believe instances of like forgiveness are what make me cry the most. Or just like, Death Stranding, that made me cry. Also Red Turtle or something like that also made me cry. It has to do with family, and I'm very attached to family. My family of hands. I'm very attached to them. So yeah, I do recommend Ender's Game, but I don't recommend the author. He's no good. 0 out of 10. The book, 7 out of 10. That's what I give the book. The writing was a bit piss poor, but the story was fantastic. There is like 20 other trillion freaking books set in the Ender's Universe game, but I haven't read those. I don't plan to either, because that's too many. Yeah. I don't read the Halo books either. I freaking love Halo. I have a Halo Reach poster in that direction. Massive. I've always had it. I don't remember where I got it from. Yeah. Is there anything else? Life sucks in general. Normal stuff. Beastars? I have the first 5 volumes. I didn't just get volume 3. But is that a free? What's the number? I didn't just get volume 3 and just stop. No. Let's see. This art style is great. It's a bit rough, the art style at the very beginning, but it does. What the fuck is that? But it does get better. I also like this. Zootopia. Let me tell you what my favorite movie is. This will relate to the Beastars. My favorite movie, at least just, consciously, I could have seen like a movie I considered my favorite. I just don't remember it. But my favorite movie is Zootopia. I don't know why. I just love it. Is that weird? Am I a furry? Can hands be a furry? I don't think I'm a furry. At least I choose not to be. This has gotten off topic. Was there a topic? I think there was a topic. Well, this is the hand who is currently in control of the channel named Bezelzuz, signing off. Goodbye. Good night. I don't know what time it is. I've been stuck in this room for years. This is light. That's the sun right there. I have a mini sun in here. Okay, goodbye.